Okay, next up on the RPM reaction review, we have RPM 2021 by this Wretched Vessel. I'm looking forward to what I'm pretty sure is going to be a loud record out of Drew. So let's just jump right in. Yeah, it's loud. Make sure you have a little lead in there at the beginning, because it sounded like you literally started on bar 1. Big, big, big sound. Huge guitars. Almost a Zeppelin vibe here. By the way, it's track 1, Radio Orange. Or Orange. Ooh. Hell of a way out of the gate, man. All right, track 2, Atu Station. Great vocal treatment, Drew. I know you don't like your own voice like the rest of us, and you've been tucking your voice. Good job putting it out there. Really nice and wide guitars. This sounds great. Okay, I like the double. And then a drone on this side and it's backwards. I like it. Drum sounds work. I'd like this with a real drummer. I know you had to fall back on the Logic drummer, but good sounds. I feel like there'd be more life and energy with a real person back there. But man, you got a great guitar sound going here. I'd like to talk to you about what you do with guitar compression, because you get a really great attack and a long, long sustain. It's just great. You make a different decision about where you let your guitars go down low relative to your bass than I do. And I really like what you're doing. You take the guitars down a lot lower and let the bass sit there between the drums and the lower end of the guitar, whereas I let it pick up the low end of the guitar more. Just a stylistic observation. This stuff sounds great, man. Really nice use of tremolo. It's great. Track 3, Ludostachus. I'm going to butcher every one of these titles because you just messed with everybody with these titles. We are living in the 90s dark space, aren't we? I'm going to pay some attention to the lyrics because your last song, I went and looked up what your titles were about, and I want to see if your theme continues through or if you just did that with titles. Yeah, this is where I want a real drummer because I'd want some bigger hits. I didn't expect that. There you go. Lean into that vocal. Awesome. Good God. These guitars are huge. You got so much low end heft there. That's great. I like the slight fall apart ending. Okay. Swoosen? Bay Ghost Fleet. Nice turn. So this is the first one where the vocals sound like they're sitting a little on top of everything. And I think it's because the guitar and the bass are living in that low-mid area. and then the vocals just kind of floating separate. And it just feels like maybe they just need a little bit of this, whether it's with EQ or with volume. And I'm wondering if you've carved out of the guitars a little bit. It maybe is something as simple as slightly dip the vocal, or it may be that the guitars are masking the lower end of the vocal. But it gives you an effect, a little bit of the AM radio. Not much, it's just a little bit. And I think it'll pull it from feeling separate if you tuck those back in together just a little bit more. But it's a rockin' song. So because of the way I edit, you're likely missing a whole bunch of this, and that's me doing over and over and over again. I'm grooving on this big time. Ooh, new guitar sound. A little. See if it comes back. Right about here. Yeah. I like that. So I don't know if the drums, if you're using just stereo out or if you're using the multi-out. And I've not played with the Logic multi-out to know if there's a room out or not. If there is, it'd be interesting to have that with some saturation on it that you could bring in and out to create some sizzle on these drums. So track 5, Duga 3. Okay, so we're on song 5. You're doing something a little different with the vocals, but I want you to do more different by this point, just to kind of mix things up. And I'll say that on top of the fact that if you look at the waveform here, you'll see this song has one level of dynamics, which is what the style is. But you're gonna lose interest 5 songs in by not having enough variety, at least with a certain set of listeners. Or so I've been told. Wonder if you could even take the drums and pull them into something like Addictive Drums. Takes a little remapping, but you can make it happen. Just to use different sounds. That's something I did with some work I did with Matt last year, where I just took his regular Logic, or actually GarageBand drummer, and just mapped it to different sounds and gave it a very different feel. This is a rockin' record. This is really good. This is really, really solid. So up next is track 6, Cobra Mist. I'm not going to scroll down to the title because I want to see the art. There's the art. But this is some of the variation I was talking about. You're in a different tonal area, which is jumping out really well. Nice. The guitar change and the harmonies are spectacular. Well done. Watch your vocal alignment there, especially on sibilant bits. You had an S that went doo-doo, and it's cool if that's what you wanted to do, but if you wanted them to be tight, where they were the rest of the time, they slipped a little bit. And it, on an S and a T, it's going to jump. Maybe you're doing it on purpose, because you did it again there, too. Imperfections, and the sh was separate. One was faster than the other one. Yeah, that's intentional. You just did it again. Let's see if it happens again. Imperfections. And that time they were together. So the first 3 they were sh, and then the 4th one it was sh. Pick a lane. Okay, track 7 is Camp Hero. almost Neil Youngy. It's a lot of reverb. Keep an eye on the compression on that guitar on the right. There are times where it's just jumping a little bit more than the one on the left. Again, if you mean to do that, great. If you want them to be even, I don't think they are. I'm digging hard for nits to pick on, man. This sounds great. Alan Parsons Project. So the bit about it jumping out on the right, it might just be the tone, because the one on the left is lower and the one on the right's a little bit higher. Right there. Right there. It's an interesting thing to consider. I think the thing that I'm hearing about the drums is I want a bigger snare, I want a fatter snare. But with all the crowding you've got down there with the bass and the low end of the guitars, I wonder if it would get lost if it was there, or I wonder if it's there and getting masked. Nah, it's not getting lost. And see. Eye in the Sky. That's the song I was trying to think of. From Alan Parsons. Cool. So we're going on to number 8. Jindali. Oops. Okay, good. We needed an energy pickup. There it is. Oh golly, this is right up my alley. Boom. Alright. Let's get this one written down. Yeah. Oh, I want another yeah. Ooh. Ooh, nice little subtle harmony there. And thank you for dropping it back. Was that cracking sound that sounded like knuckles in your song or something in my room? It happened twice on time. I think it was you. Yeah. Grant's gonna have fun with this. You had a little noise there at the end, like you were putting something down. Don't know if that was intended to be in there or not. Tonight we're rockin' tonight. Whatever the Spinal Tap song is, it's awesome. Tonight I'm gonna rock you. UVB 76. Am I the only one that hears just a little bit of Flirting with Disaster in here too? That's right, I just compared you to Molly Hatchet. These last two songs have been my favorite two of the record. One, two, three, four. That was great. Container 29B6. Heavy and moving. Great way for the last song to go. Nice harmony double. Alice in Chains? Yes, Alice in Chains, that sounds like. Dude, killed it. You absolutely killed it. I did some nitpicky stuff in there just because I know you want at least some of that. Great. Oop, hold on. I don't want to hear that again. Knock that shit off. Great record. Great record. Great production. Guitars were huge. Really liked the last 3 tracks, which of course I did. They were shorter and faster. And the intro song quite a bit too. Really well done. Would love it if you could do something around the drum sound, but I know that you're a little handcuffed and you were having to use the Logic drummer. But again, look into some other sounds, or if there's a way to backfill a real drummer, that would be cool. Really, all I can say is just well done, sir. Well done indeed. And thanks.